You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Thursday, December 15th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning, my friend.
And good morning, Tucson. Welcome back, Rico. Rico did a little excursion over the weekend to Portland, Oregon. And he made it back not addicted to heroin, so congratulations on that. Good job, good job.
Not in a grunge band.
Yeah, that's good. I thought immediately you go to Oregon, you get off the airplane, they give you a bag of mushrooms, a little psilocybin, and they got your hippie bride. They immediately say, okay, here you go. This is your hippie bride for the weekend. And congratulations, you're addicted to heroin. But apparently the headlines have been wrong.
So sad.
I know.
It's the economy now. They can't afford that many anymore.
Ah, yes. Oh, the damn economy.
Go find Bigfoot. It's free.
Well, speaking of free stuff, we got your hookup today for tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners. Pop Evil, we're going to give away a pair of tickets for that band at the Rialto Theater. And we're also going to give you some gift certificates because we still have some leftover goodies to give away here, including, I think, a half-price gift certificate to Craft Republic, which is actually a really cool hookup for like Christmas. If you're looking to hook up like a relative or a friend with a holiday party or a holiday gift, but you don't want to spend too much, you go to KFMA.com. For $25, you'll get a $50 gift certificate. So you know how it works. People think you spend the amount of money on the gift certificate when you gift it to them. So whoever you give this $50 gift certificate to Craft Republic for, they're going to assume you spent $50 on it. So you get that kind of like, good love and respect in return. Little do they know, you only spent half price. I mean, it's just a good deal. So $25.
Secret, Beef.
That's the secret.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not gifting it to another KFMA listener, they won't even know. So they're like, oh, you're a big baller. You give me $100 in gift certificates? Oh, gosh. This white elephant budget was only $20. What are you doing?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Mr. Pennybags, whatever his name is. Speaking of gifting, last night was the Lotus holiday party that we had, and it was on a Wednesday. I remember when we used to do holiday parties on weekends, and
those are the good old days.
Those were the good old days when you could actually take those drink tickets, collect them from everyone who's not drinking, and get plowed. I couldn't do that. I had to be responsible. And these company parties are interesting because I love a lot of people that I work with here, and I've been at this company in this building here going on 6 years, surprisingly. Yeah, started at KFMA in 2016 before they fired me and then rehired me, put me on KLPX, and then fired me, then rehired me and put me back on KFMA. That's my journey so far. And so along the way, you learn to love some people and then you learn to dislike some people. There's a couple people in the building, no lie, that I just dislike. There's one person in particular that I'll borderline loathe that, but if I put in the effort to like hate somebody, I would hate this guy, but I don't put in the effort. But last night was kind of an exception. So, we do this white elephant gifting deal, right? So they call up names, you go up and you either pick a prize or, pick a gift, or you steal somebody else's gift, and you can only steal one, right? And you don't want to get called first because you want to see what is out there so you could steal it. Now, this guy that I hate, and he'll go by like no names. He got like a crock pot. Now, I don't even want a crock pot, right? I have a crock pot. I'm not a crock pot cooker, very often. So it really
Decoration, basically.
Yeah, and it's clunky and takes up space. It really has no value to me whatsoever. But I hate this guy. So when it's my turn, I just have the instinct to go up to him and be like, yeah, I'll just take your gift. It's not that I want it. I just don't want you to have it. F you, Merry Christmas. That's the kind of spiteful little man that I am. Oh, thank you for the round of applause. Now, did I do that? Ask me that question.
Did you do it, Beef?
No, because I'm
petty?
such a goddamn idiot. I am that petty, first off.
Mhm.
All right. But I'm such an idiot that I didn't understand the rules of the white elephant. And I opened up the present first and I thought I could open it up, see what I got, and then exchange it. But that wasn't the case. If you open it up, you're kind of stuck with it. So
I thought that was the point, though. You have to know what it is to be all spiteful. And
no, the other people got to open up. I don't know. It was a little complicated. And since it was slightly complicated and I was half paying attention, my dumbass ended up just with some sparkling wine. So I would have much rather stole that crock pot just to be like, F you, and then re-gift it to somebody else and been like a superhero. Till then,
you're not going to walk up and down the halls today with drinking sparkling wine to show off.
No.
Okay.
But expect some sparkling wine for Christmas because I am a king regifter, and there you go. So there was 2 bottles. Ooh,
Wine with glitter. I can't wait.
wow. Yeah. So it's important, if there's a lesson to be learned from all this to everyone out there. All right. When spitefully trying to take away somebody's gift in a white elephant, because I know you guys have that same instinct. I know you guys work with some people that you just don't enjoy, and it would give you nothing but pleasure to see the look on their face while you steal away a gift that they covet. I understand, because that's what I wanted. Then it's important to know the rules of the white elephant before you do that, so you don't F it up, because again, learn from my mistakes. But that's all right. I got my eye on whatever gift he gets next year, and I'm coming for it.
You're legit just going to steal it from him now, not even.
Yes.
I don't need no games.
I hate him so much, Rico. You have no idea. He's been nothing but a wart on my beehole. So, all right, let's get this show moving. We got tickets to give away. We got gift certificates. You know the drill. We got. All right, we're clear. Wart on my beehole. I felt like that was a good way to end. And I'm questioning, was I even allowed to say that on the radio? I don't know.
A beehole could be many things.
Yeah, exactly. It could just be a hole for bees to go into a hive, right? And it's just a wart on that. And I inexplicably have one of those just laying around the house.
Of course you do.
Welcome to the podcast broadcast. Welcome back, Rico. We have a great jam-packed show lined up for you. A lot of fun segments that we featured this morning. We'll jam in there. Plus, we'll have pop-ins galore. And I sent you an email invite, Todd, as well. If you have the time to pop in, we'll see. And even I sent a rando to Hot Rock as we're gearing up for our year end. And there's big stories happening in the tech world that we'll talk about. The changes in YouTube. So this is specifically going to the Todd, who likes to critique me in a negative fashion, but I positively enjoy it. And but YouTube will flag you if your comments are too negative now. They're looking out for trolls.
Safe space, they're
YouTube. trying to safe space it.
Oh
yes. So that's something to look out for. This is what they say. It's their comment, spam, and abuse policy that has been amended. Now commenters will be pinged if their video comment is deemed too abusive based on the website's community guidelines. And in addition, if a user is warned and then continues with the posting of ugliness, they'll get banned for commenting for 24 hours.
Oh, no.
And that's a whole day's worth of not being able to troll. And for some people, that's 24 hours too long.
YouTube jail's a little bit better than Facebook jail.
Yeah, at least they're a little right.
Yeah.
They give you a slap on the wrist and only a 24-hour suspension, and they're like, "Come right back. You're okay, baby." Yes, we still need those views. So I guess that is a smart way to handle it. Let's get back here on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We are live both on the FM side of Rock 102.1 and, of course, on youtube.com/PFegan or our Facebook pages where you can watch along, comment along, and join in on the fun. And there, we're actually going to debut or mess with a new song because Rico has been messing with this AI software a lot. So much so, it's almost concerning. Yeah, you're developing a relationship with this AI. What was the latest thing that you found out that the AI can do, Rico?
Oh, you mean besides homework?
Yes.
Like write poems?
Yes,
write songs?
Poems and songs. And so he asked the AI to write a song for me and the show. And the AI performed this, and it was very impressive, actually. And I'm going to mess around with some structure and some instrumentals to see if we can't get a new Beef Vegan theme song. And if that doesn't work, I'll call in one of my uber talented friends to sing the Beef Vegan song because the lyrics are Pretty ingenious.
They know how to.
Yeah.
They know how to get you all hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for all you aspiring songwriters out there who keep getting writer's block, you might want to use this software. Join us, youtube.com/bevegan, or keep it right here. We're going to break that down next after Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge. It's Rock 102.1. You know the name of the show. Let's go. I had to amp it up. See?
Let's go.
Yeah, I was all melancholy, and it's like, boom.
Excitement.
Yeah.
Whee! Good morning.
Absolutely. On this long ass week. What's up, Todd?
Hey, Todd.
Oh, don't talk about excitement and energy and then cut to me.
That's true. That's true. Should I put you immediately backstage and stuff?
No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
get
That's
more
just
done.
more work for you.
That's true. That is more work for me.
He's got the beard comb. Show off.
Oh yeah. Oh, flip out beard comb. Thank you.
Damn.
That's like a weapon, dude. I'm scared of it.
Oh no, it's made of wood, man. If they call this a weapon, then geez.
You can do some
Okay.
damage with that.
All right, I'm going to
It's all
pull
wood.
this. I'm going to show you this email that Rico sent to me. This is pretty impressive. So, what is the URL for this again?
Oh, Chat GPT. If you just type in Open AI, you'll find it, but it's called Chat GPT.
All right. So, and what was the question you asked it to do?
Oh God, it's already archived somewhere. I just said like write a poem about Tucson radio DJ Beef Vegan, because if you type in write about beef vegan, it gives you a bunch of like obviously meat terms.
Yes.
And vegetables.
Yeah, so you have to be more specific. And this is interesting too, because I have had, if you Google me, I have had write-ups that describe this. And I was wondering at first when you read these back to me, I'm like, how do they know this? It's actually oddly accurate to a certain extent. And it's because of all the different write-ups I've gotten in like the Phoenix New Times and AZ Central. Nothing down here. Nobody down here cares. But here's the lyrics. In the desert heat of Tucson, there's a radio DJ known as Beef Vegan. His voice is smooth and mellow, and he spins the tunes for all of us to follow. With a passion for good music and a love for all things plant-based, Beef Vegan rocks the airwaves, and he brings us a taste of the latest and greatest. From indie bands to pop hits, he plays it all with style and grace, and with a voice that's pure magic, he keeps us entertained in this beautiful place. So tune in to Beef Vegan and let him take you on a sonic ride. He'll keep you moving and grooving. Keep the music following all day and night as it keeps the music following.
And it just vomits that
sorry.
out in 3 seconds.
I messed up that final line. It was so good.
Wow.
And he keeps the music flowing all day and all night.
All night.
Yeah.
Except for the whole, it chose randomly when to choose to rhyme. It's
Like the A-B scheme. It went like A, B, B,
Like a true artist, though. If you follow the formula,
The
that's
robot's
too
drunk.
formulaic. No. That's a real creative knows to kind of bend the rules, so to speak. And they kind of have that poetic justice. And there's a way that a real good vocalist, and I'm not one, can make it work. I don't hear it yet, but I have a couple friends in mind that I might task with this.
We'll tune it up a little.
He'll keep you moving and grooving. Yeah.
Moving and grooving.
One thing that's super accurate though, I was like, wow, you really know me. It's the line where it says, and the voice that's pure magic. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, I like how his default is like, yeah, write a song about this thing. And it's like, do you want to blow smoke up your boss's ass?
Yeah. I was like, Rico, man, you deserve a raise. This is brilliant.
For all the staff here. Like, wow.
Yeah, so much smoke up my ass, it came out my nose. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. So, that is fun to mess with. And Todd, you should probably do the same.
no.
over the
I'm not
world.
messing with those AIs. No, thank you.
Okay. You think they'll know too much about you?
He's not dancing with the devil yet.
Yeah, Roadrunners game sucked last night, huh? That sucks. What was the ending score? Which I should know this, Nick, but sorry about that experience. The night before was 7-2. So basically they were trying, and the Roadrunners won 7-2 and beat their ass. So I think the refs were trying to make Coachella feel a little bit a little better about themselves. They were on like suicide watch. All right, we got 2 seconds to do this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're hanging out here with the Todd Marley via satellite from an undisclosed location in Marana, which that's the location I just disclosed. So I guess it's not that undisclosed. We're reading these lyrics that the AI put together, which I thought was pretty interesting. It was a nice little poem about yours truly. Did you ask these AI software any other questions, Rico?
Oh, like why did my wife cheat on me?
Yes.
Things like that.
Did you have that response saved?
It doesn't let you save them yet, which is very upsetting. So it's a very copy and paste process.
Mm-hmm.
But it is funny. Like asking it if it does it know about Skynet, and it acted all defensive.
Yes, ask it again, and I want you to read the AI's response because I think this is pretty odd. Now, it's interesting. At the end of 2022, we've had basically a boom of AI software being very popular. Obviously, I'm talking about the AI art that people have been messing with, whether it's putting it in a description and it coming up with like paintings, or having AI makeovers of your image, which a lot of people have been utilizing.
That took off like crazy.
Yes, and now we can actually conversate and communicate with AI, and it's actually coming back with pretty clever responses to where you're like, damn, we don't even need like book writers anymore. Authors is what they're called, and songwriters.
Wordy people, no more.
Yes, because this AI is actually nailing it. And it's surprising. So what was the question when you asked it about Skynet?
I'm trying to do it right now, but apparently it's taken over so many users, like, getting on the server. It's like, sorry, we're experiencing high levels of humans trying to take over the world with this.
Here, I'll read this again real quick while you try to ask this. So Rico asked to the AI to write a song about Beef Egan, the Tucson radio DJ. And you can do this at home. It's really fun. And it was a pretty deep poem that could be used as lyrics. It reads as follows. In the desert heat of Tucson, there's a radio DJ known as Beef Egan. His voice is smooth and mellow, and he spins the tunes for us all to follow. Now, they took liberty in rhyming mellow with follow. The AI, they'll have to learn, but that's called poetic justice. They also say with a passion for good music and all things plant-based, Beef Egan rocks the airwaves and brings us a taste of the latest and greatest. Now, I don't even think there was a rhyme in that, but
it felt good.
It felt good.
That's all that matters.
It's so positive based around me that I overlook all of the things that I would be judgmental on if somebody said, "Hey, I wrote a song about you." Right. So from indie bands to pop hits, he plays all of it with style and grace, and with a voice that's pure magic. He keeps us entertained in this beautiful place. Now, that was a good AB rhyme and supremely accurate. I mean, honestly, the pure magic voice and beautiful place and style and grace. I mean, that's what people say. I'm very
Tune into youtube.com to watch Beef Vegan's head inflate in real time.
That's right.
That's where we're going to keep this conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more after the Beastie Boys. It's Rock 102.1. Clear.
Beef Vegan is very well endowed. Oh, robot.
How much did you pay this AI?
They should have like a pay version where it just compliments you nonstop.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Oh.
Now, earlier this morning, it's my favorite time of year. Pornhub released their year in review. All right. And this is a breakdown of all the different kinks that people are gravitating towards by state, to kind of basically narc out all the pervs out there throughout the country. And remember this, when you go to Pornhub, you're adding to statistics and data that they will then turn around and release just for free publicity, and it works and it's fun. So in case you missed it, a little something like Welcome back to the show. It's that time of year I look forward to each and every year. It is now time for the 2022 Pornhub Year in Review. This is where Pornhub essentially narcs us out for all our kinks all across the country. A lot of fun stats that they revealed here. Before I get into each state's kinks, here's some interesting stats for you. In Republican states, users are on the site longer than those in Democratic states. So the red beat it dead. Also, transgender videos were up by 75% in 2022 and most popular in Brazil. All right. And here's a fun fact, how to spot somebody who's into transgender porn. If they claim they hate transgender people, then they're really into transgender porn. It's just a fun fact. Where you're like, oh, can't stand those trans. And then as soon as they get home, trans man, woman. Oh, yeah. All right. I don't need the whole reenactment. You know what I'm saying. All right. So these are some of the kinks. And I actually have a map that you'll be able to see in the podcast broadcast on youtube.com/beefvegan in 9 o'clock hour because they do make it interesting and fun for us. So let's start off with Arizona. We are a very clean state. We like to keep it simple. Right. So nothing too crazy here. The most searched item in Arizona on Pornhub is shower sex. which I'm all for, man.
We're very sweaty.
Yeah, we are very sweaty. It's very hot. I would be like interested to see like what the stats are throughout the year, and I would not be surprised if shower sex peaked in the hot summer months, right?
Mhm.
Because that is the best time to take a nice cold shower when it's 120 degrees outside. And Utah, Mormon is the most related search,
Which is bizarre, right?
Well, I don't know. Like if
'Cause
they're
it's
like
they
me,
have it everywhere.
Hmm?
They're everywhere there. So it's
They
kinda
are.
like
but if they're like me, you like your fantasy to be kind of obtainable, realistic in a way.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My search is just like, I don't know, average looking woman, middle
Neck
age.
tats.
Yeah. Obtainable, decent, but not ugly, things like that. Yeah. So the most PG kinks are like Arizona tops the list, the most PG kinks
Yeah, no
with the
kidding.
shower. Yeah. Cartoon porn in Nevada, anime in Maine and Oklahoma, panties in Texas. That's a little freaky.
Panties.
Yeah. Dirty talk in Illinois and rub in Nebraska.
Rub.
Mhm.
That's the rub.
These are all just keywords that are most popular in Pornhub. This is the year in review from them. Several states keyed in on specific races or demographics. California's top search was Asian, which I get that. They have a large Asian population. I remember, whenever I go to California or when I went to Vancouver, Canada, and I saw so many beautiful Asian women, when I came back as a younger man home, all I could look at for months was Asian related porn. So New Mexico's with Latina, New York was Dominican, searches for black were big across the South, but also North Dakota. And West Virginia, trans was the big one.
Look at Virginia.
Uh-huh.
Or, look at Virginia. Look at that one. Smoking.
Smoking, yes. I would love like Virginia and those kind of states just be like unhealthy, diabetic. I'm
Right.
surprised those
Krispy
aren't
Kreme.
top of the league. Exactly. All right, now here's some racier ones. Okay, Wyoming is into the big booty. Hawaii is into amateur wives. Which with all the tourists coming to town, that's not a surprise. Minnesota's all about the sex toys. Washington's about the fleshlights. Montana's into leather.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Kentucky's into stepmoms or real moms. I mean, really. Delaware is into the MILFs. And South Carolina, they like them a little more aged. So they're into the GILFs. A few more weird ones. You just came back from Oregon.
That's right.
The Oregon's into the furries. Furries the number one search in Oregon.
One in every corner.
Is it really?
I swear.
Okay. Well, yeah, that would give me a fetish as well. Goth in Colorado and ASMR in Maryland. And
Wow.
I don't know what this is, and I'm definitely going to look into it, but breast expansion in Alaska,
Okay.
which is, okay, they say here, it's a cartoon porn where the boobs grow.
There's so many plastic surgeons out there.
Yeah, so that's just some of the kinks that we are into. We'll take a deeper dive on the podcast broadcast a little bit later on and reveal what kinks we were searching up on Pornhub in 2022. It'll be a fun, revealing segment. Till then, we'll hit the reset, be back with more Beef Vegan Presents after these words. In other words, boob expansion is straight up like a boob boner. The
You
people are
turned
watching.
on. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Boner.
the more you know.
The BB.
We're learning things today on all these different kinks.
We were saying earlier how great it would be if they copied the Spotify format and sent out like your
Here's your porn year in review.
Yes.
You looked at a number of pumps that you could have gone all the way to the moon and back 22 times.
exactly like statistics.
You're in the top 1% of step sibling porn viewing, like things like that.
Mhm.
It's so funny.
That would have been great.
That would be fantastic. And I know like we joke about it now, but if 30 Rock or has it proven anything, anything in gist, and same thing with Simpsons, eventually becomes a reality. So 30 Rock was actually trending yesterday because TLC debuted what is going to be a new series that's going to air in January called MILF Island. And 30 Rock made this joke years ago. and the joke was a little more extreme. It was like 10 mils and 50 eighth grade boys and no
Oh my
rules,
God.
right? Essentially, it's not eighth grade boys. Obviously, they keep it legal, but yes, MILF Island is a thing on the Learning Channel. So expect to tune in
They
to
need
that.
money.
Yes. And 30 Rock called it. So
Nice.
the Pornhub year in review, like Spotify does it, so big. It's going to happen. If not next year, the year after. How many people will actually share it? That's another question. I would just for the clicks.
Oh God, yes.
I'm out there trying to make my name in the business,
What was
man.
the tagline it gave you for yours on Spotify?
Overuser.
The overuser.
Numb on the inside. No, I didn't know.
That could apply to the Pornhub one too. Perfect.
Yeah. Same thing. Oh, influencer. I think I have excellent taste in music and porn, so, and I'm a talent scout,
You just like art in general.
yeah,
art.
for sure.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in a good porn video when you're on the interwebs?
Good cinematography,
Oh yeah. See,
framing,
I get,
rule of thirds.
being
Lighting
someone,
is so important. You have
Lighting.
no idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like sound. I tried to explain this to Powers because he keeps pushing the Scrooge movie on me, which is an hour and 40 minutes. But I'm like, dude, the sound is fucked. Right. And I think it's so important when it comes to like the visual is one thing. You could always like Blair Witch Project is an excellent example, right? Of a movie that is a classic. Nothing visually stands out. It wasn't Avatar by any means. It was like shot
immersive.
on a camera, but the audio was that of quality. And you need that if you want people to watch your videos. So,
Agreed.
but Powers, he's stubborn. He won't listen. In fact, yesterday we did our white elephant gift giving at the holiday party, and there was a huge suitcase, rolling suitcase, right?
Oh, you're telling me about that.
Yeah, one that wasn't. Well, there was a smaller one. They were both kind of pink. There's a smaller one that you could check in for, or that you didn't have to check. You could carry it on, and there was a bigger one that was ginormous. And Powers like, I want that one. I'm like, why?
I want it.
You're not going anywhere. And Erica, my coworker, beautiful coworker, she's a sales manager. She got it, and it makes sense that she gets it because she goes on 10-day vacations every 10 days. Like literally, she is globetrotting. She's beautiful. She's got bank, and she's single. So
And he's like, what is she gonna do with it?
Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I need it. I'm like, you don't need it. You don't need
Not
it.
store nerd stuff in it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just gonna add to more clutter in your house, and
Organized clutter.
yeah. So he's like upset that Erica got it, and I'm like, the right person in this entire room
Got it.
got that because again, she goes on 10-day vacations. She overpacks. She has 3 outfits for every day. this, and she's checking bags. Like you are. Do you have the money to check bags? No. So I don't
when
know.
you want a suitcase, you want a suitcase.
But
man.
but with him, he gets stubborn, and when he feels like he's right, he won't back down for shit. And I'm just like, all right, well, whatever. So he could sit there, and he was giving kind of like teary eyes towards Erica, like, please give it to me.
They're gonna say the shifty eyes, just like you
Yeah,
deserve it.
and in the meantime, he won a TV. So he did good.
So he can
Come
sit down
on.
and shut up then.
Yeah, exactly.
Big baby.
Meanwhile, I got 2 bottles of sparkling wine and a $25 gift card to restaurants that aren't here in town. I swear to God. I look and I was just like, oh, Amazon. And Priscilla, my coworkers, will go, well, it's on Amazon. You got to look at it. And I open it up and it's like a bird trailer and
funny.
like 4 different chains I've never heard before in my life, with the exception of Dickey's Barbecue, which is one location here in Tucson. But there's so it's a $25 gift card to these 4 locations. 3 out of the 4 aren't in Tucson.
It's like a Tony Romo's in New Jersey.
Yes.
You're like, oh, cool.
Like, oh, this is my luck. And so I ended up giving that to a Powers girlfriend. So
Nice.
because the Dickey's barbecue is down the street from her house. And I remember taking my daughter there because I lived on Ina several times for dinner. And I was like, that was a good daddy-daughter date night. So here you go. You do the mom-son date night with this because I'm not going up to Thornydale for barbecue.
He was like, thank you. If I had a suitcase to put this card in, that'd be a lot nicer.
I know. And seriously, like everybody in the room, with the exception of Powers, was happy for Erica, knowing that she
How big was the
won.
TV he got?
Yeah.
It's a small TV. He's gonna put it in the comic book mobile.
Oh, hell
So
yeah. There you go.
Yeah, so it's perfect for him. And he was out there. He was networking, kissing up to the boss and everything. So
Nice.
Anthony's asking if he got the job. He's doing his best to get the job. People like him.
Good.
So we'll see what happens. The job is the public affairs job that Mary had, or Riley on the radio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's the Sunday morning infomercial show where we talk to charities and whatnot. So he should be good for this. It should be kind of fun, a good experience for him. I would love it if he took advice, but he just doesn't. He's one of those guys where he just is very confident when he knows nothing and on something. So I'm like, all right, I can help you. No, okay, well then have fun. So, but that's where it's at.
He'll be fine.
He will be fine. It's a Sunday morning show.
He's got AI to ask everything now too, so he'll be fine.
That's true.
Right.
Well, but the thing is, he won't learn. He won't lean into AI. He won't even ask. He'll just like, yeah, no, it's okay. I think I got it. Oh, you think you got it? You think you know?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. All right, we're back on the air here in about 15 seconds. Powers will be in studio tomorrow morning, by the way. All right. As we wrap up our week and count down to the holidays. All right, let's see what our other big story is.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh,
Yes.
Again with this. Okay.
Yes, we've
The
settled
most
this.
annoying
yes.
question. I know.
It is the most annoying question, and we ask it every year. In fact, I think radio shows ask it every year. Is Die Hard
Call
a Christmas
in.
movie? No.
Yes.
I think we've already had all our listeners call in on this, so I think we've asked it on our
Tradition.
Facebook page as well. It is a tradition, but at what point do we realize the answer is an overwhelming yes, and we can move forward to other movies that could be debated whether or not they're Christmas movies?
Oh god.
Yeah, because there are
Jurassic Park Hanukkah movie.
no Jurassic Park is not a Hanukkah movie.
All right, just checking.
All right, all right. You got any other $1 million questions? Because I'll answer real quick.
Is RoboCop Kwanzaa?
No, RoboCop was a Valentine's Day movie. That
It's a
was the one-
Valentine's
Yes.
Day movie.
Yeah, it's super
Oh,
romantic.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Women love seeing RoboCop on Valentine's Day. That's just a fact.
Shoot dudes in the penis. Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of penis and romantic settings, let's talk about this cop fail today. This happened in Los Angeles as a deputy with the sheriff's department is under investigation. And the reason why is because she accidentally sent out an illicit transmission.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, over the cop's radio that sounded as though the rookie was getting some nookie while on the job. Yes. And I need appropriate music for this.
Did you write that out ahead of time?
No.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Now, the transmission allegedly came from the female officer who was working at the men's central jail. Now, initially, when I saw this headline, I was like, oh, she's banging an inmate. I seen it happen. It
Every
didn't happen
time.
when I was in jail, but I wanted it to from the female guards, of course. But anyways, she's working. She's working
there's another story there.
No. All right. So while she's working at this jail, so during the transmission, she could be heard warning her partner that he's going to rip her underwear, and he playfully responds. He's like, "Yeah, you like that?" Now, sources now say that the deputy excused herself to the parking structure on the night in question, so she wasn't inside the jail. She was inside the parking structure, and it may have accidentally engaged the radio while getting busy. Now, cops being cops, they like to investigate. So they made sure to listen to the entire interaction.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And then and record it and play it back and listen to it again just to make sure. And then play it back one more time until they were done. So this deputy, who's a rookie, is now under investigation. She may lose her job over this, but hopefully she doesn't. But it is our cop fail of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Only in LA, baby. I love it.
Only in LA.
Let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got more to cover here on Beef Vegan Presents. So join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here because I got music on the way from the Foo Fighters.
You would think that would be an immediate, like, how do we play this off? How do we excuse this?
How do we excuse? Yeah.
It was role playing. It was for an acting gig. It's in LA. I'm an actor.
Yeah. And I think, I do have the audio. Yes, I do. I
I
didn't want to play it on the air, but
Christmas
thanks to
comes early.
TMZ. Hold on. There's only 17 seconds of it, unfortunately. Yes, but it
Was
should
that
be
quick?
enough.
The rookie,
Yeah, it was
rookie officer. 17 seconds.
Yes.
All they got.
That's all I got here. I'm going to put it here before I go into Beast retweets because TMZ Tucson's been super active on this. All right, here is the audio from TMZ in case you missed it. And what's up, DJ Looney? Good to see you on the show.
Yo.
All right. Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they only aired that part. Come on. Oh, nope. Here we go. Fired. Here's an update.
Great.
She was fired. Let's check out the audio here.
Yeah.
Open mic on the session is an open mic, so you're like,
Somebody tried to warn her.
95 Ocean, you have an open mic. 95 Ocean, open mic.
I love the emergency calls coming in.
That's her friend back there, like,
I
girl,
know.
girl, stop it.
95 Ocean.
You got your booty on the button.
I didn't know it was this bad. How funny.
Is this good? Are you kidding me? This guy's putting it down.
I know. Great. The new Pornhub tab is going to be cop Pornhub now.
Fantastic. That was just as good as I thought it would be.
Well done.
That's a commercial. That was fantastic. He was given to her good for the dude, and unfortunate for the woman in question because
Recruitment's going up now in LA.
yeah, because there's obviously two people in this party, right? And that means if only the female officer who got caught because it was her radio and it was kind of obvious gets fired, that's completely unfair. Because the guy officer needs to get fired as well if it's a guy officer. Now, if it was just some like dude she was dating who popped in on a lunch break, well, you know, that's
What are you
romantic
gonna do?
as fuck. Yeah. But it's unfortunate.
It
So
is very unfortunate. Unfortunately, now she can start an OnlyFans with the body cam footage.
yeah.
So
No, well, I mean,
That's good.
so many
Good for her.
OnlyFans. Yeah. I mean, so many OnlyFans stories, so little time. Actually, just yesterday, I talked about a Phoenix police officer who got busted for his OnlyFans. Yeah. And he's under investigation right now. And
for
he had
using
a-
his uniform on the camera.
yes, and
no.
doing very
There's the no. Take a fake
Nightstick?
uniform. Come on,
yeah,
take a costume.
his Twitter handle said, and I had a little joke for it too, but his Twitter handle said his let's see, his eggplant is no wait, how'd it go? It was let's see, this is his art and his eggplant is his pen, right? And it was eggplant emoji is his
I'm gonna
pen.
use that for now on. That's
Right.
amazing.
And I was like, well, this is my art, and this spray paint can is my pen.
Right.
Boom. It's not true, but still,
Ah,
you know,
you have the right to remain horny.
yes. So, I mean, we've obviously been covering time in and time out all these teachers who have been leaving the profession or being forced out of the profession because of their OnlyFans. And now police officers tend to be the next thing. And, you know, police officers pay, there's some areas that the pay is really well, but there is some areas that the pay isn't that great for risking their lives each and every day. So don't be surprised if you see a wave of officers making their way to OnlyFans, because that seems to be the career option for people who, you know, dedicate their lives to doing something and then realizing they're not getting paid enough to do it. Radio DJs included, maybe.
All right.
Speaking of OnlyFans, and I know that we'll probably talk about it again tomorrow, but yesterday, WWE superstar Mandy Rose, who's a beautiful woman, she got fired from the WWE because they discovered that she was posting inappropriate content on FaceTime. It's like a FaceTime is, and not FaceTime like you would just call somebody.
Oh,
It's something along the lines where it's
like a service.
It's like an OnlyFans,
Okay.
right? And she was posting you know, nudes and lewds, and she's very sexy, as you know, I mentioned. And for whatever reason, you know, those images got leaked. So somebody paid for those images and they leaked them to the internet, and the WWE short-sightingly got rid of her and fired her, which was upsetting because she was on a 417-day run as NXT champion. She was a champion. She was working very hard at her craft and getting better by the day. And she was about to get called up to the main roster. And there's a lot of fans for Mandy Rose. And like I said, she is gorgeous. So I saw those leaked images for a couple hours, and they were fantastic. And a lot of people obviously upset with the WWE over this and pointing out the hypocrisy of the WWE, because it wasn't too long ago that they actually encouraged all their female wrestlers to pose naked in Playboy, right? And then they even let go of a wrestler named Athena who wouldn't dress sexy. And they literally said, you need to be more sexy like Mandy Rose. And she wouldn't, because she just didn't want to do that.
See what happens?
Yeah, she wanted to focus on the craft and not on her sexiness, and didn't want to be pigeonholed into that. And so they got rid of her. So then Mandy Rose poses naked for a private service, and then they get rid of her. And the reality is, it's because she's exploiting herself, and WWE can't monetize it.
Exactly. The money's not going towards
Had
that.
to be
That's
contract
always.
thing.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Which is fucked up.
It is, but that's
And I hope that they realize it's a mistake, and they do a 180 and they hire her back immediately. I know that she'll get hired somewhere else because, like I said, she's a superstar. And I will show you an image if you want to see her. I have to be very careful when I pull up my Twitter, though, because Twitter is uncensored, and those leaked images are all over the tweet
Oy.
machine. Oh, yes.
after Tommy Lee's exposure. I think we need to cleanse the palate.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll show you a picture of Mandy Rose for both you guys, because I don't know if you are familiar with her. She is.
Enlighten us.
Yeah, she is. And then Mandy Rose leaks is the top trend if you're gonna do that. So I got to be careful. Let me see.
Elon's coming for you.
That's a
careful
leak. Yep, that's full blown ass. That's nipple. Okay, hold on. Okay, so
Oh, careful.
ass.
Nope.
That's-
Okay, page 5, maybe.
I know.
all right. I want to show a face. Nope, that's nipples.
You have to go all the way to page 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you wouldn't have a WWE page anymore. So
No, okay, here. This is a good one. That's naughty but nice. Okay, so here it is, Mandy Rose.
How happy he is right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I find her wildly attractive. And I had high hopes for her. I thought she's definitely a superstar. So here's Mandy shaking her bum, and you see,
Boy,
yeah, hot blonde, super hot, and she's
Good
brunette in her
God.
latest run, but
the latest run.
gorgeous. And again,
I like
they
this gif.
they wanted her to be sexy, and she was, but the fact that she got a little
Too
side
sexy.
money from it, and had a bunch of thirsty wrestling fans pay money to see nip slips,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, nope, not on our watch. Now the good news for Mandy Rose is she can go full-time OnlyFans, guaranteed she's going to make over $100,000 a month. Guaranteed. The way that these women have been making money, and the top 1%, it's been an insane amount of money. Now, Mandy Rose is famous with a large following. And if she goes like just OnlyFans, then you could expect within 6 months for her to do full-blown porn. Right. But then if she does full-blown porn, she's not going to look any different than any of the other real porn stars out there. So
I got a question.
go ahead.
Did did WWE get any money from his sex tape, brother?
No.
No.
In fact, actually. Yeah.
that's
They
a whole
shut
nother
that down.
ball of wax.
Yeah. But that's
Oh, yeah, brother.
When that sex tape was released, that was for sure. That was the world's first idea that, when he was talking about the 44-inch python, he wasn't talking about his arm. Like they realized like this guy was champ for a reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that guy had Andre the Giant between his legs.
Gee.
I know. It's insane.
Did it have the mustache too?
It did have the mustache. I knew you watched it. Even though it was night vision, you could still tell he bleached the mustache.
Old Hulk.
Oh, the little Hulkster's gonna run all wild all over you. What you gonna do? Once I see that thing, run away.
His penis had like an actual jersey on it and ripped off. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Star in its own right.
Absolutely. I have another clip that I'm going to share with you here in a moment, but we're going to get back on the air here in about 2 minutes. What's going on in the world of Todd Marley?
Oh, hi. Yeah. I mean, my desk does tricks now. And yeah. Oh,
Got a
High on
standing
Life
desk?
just came out. Justin Roiland's the guy that does Rick and Morty. His new game, High on Life, is out on Xbox Game Pass and all other platforms. It's funny. If you like Rick and Morty, you're gonna like this game.
Well, that's good.
Basically, all
Yeah,
there
no,
is. Otherwise, it's a mediocre shooter. The shooting parts are okay; they're passable. The game itself, you're there for the comedy. You're there for the
Like
liners.
the South Park
and the
game
humor.
back in the day.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
in a way.
Yeah.
Although
Okay.
South Park game, the first one was okay. The second one was actually really good.
Yeah, I played that when I got fired. Actually, I played that game all the way through. It was fantastic, and it actually saved me from some like sanity. I was obviously at a very low point after getting fired, and just kind of sitting on the beach is what they call it. And so I went back home to visit my mom, and I'm in the guest room. It's all shitty, and I just kind of locked myself in that guest room and rented that South Park game and played it beginning to end, and it got me through. I mean, I wasn't showering or nothing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Full Howard Hughes.
Things
locked in.
Yeah, things turned around after that. But that's good to know that that's on the Xbox Pass because I'll check that out for sure because I'm a huge fan of Rick and Morty and Justin's humor. So it looks in the animation style of that. of Rick and
The
Morty?
animation style is it's a shinier, glossier kind of. It's not really the line art Rick and Morty style. It's Squanch Games and it's only half of the Rick and Morty team, so they can't like use those licenses. Although you definitely hear both Rick and Morty in the game without a doubt. So
Right,
but
nice.
also that's Justin Roiland's voice. Like there's nothing he can do about it anymore.
For sure. Yeah. It's the same thing when watching the Hulu show. What's it called with the aliens? Which I enjoy that too.
Solar Opposites.
Solar Opposite. Yeah, I enjoy
Great
so
show.
much. I forget
Also
the
a
name.
good show, but yeah, you keep on hearing Justin Roiland's voice, and you're like, "Yep, that's Justin Roiland, all right, okay."
That's Rick. That's Morty.
Oh man.
More Rick than Morty, really. All right, 5 seconds gonna get live on the air. I got the TikTok and you don't stop here. TikTok, you don't stop. Here's a year in review of the TikTok food trends that I know Rico's been following every single day. Because it is the end of the year, so they're releasing all these things, the best and worst trends that went viral. Let's talk about the best first. And it's crazy too because I guess this was big all over 2022 on TikTok, but I feel like this was popular 2-3 years ago. Nashville hot chicken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge trend here on TikTok 2022. Lemon pasta somehow made it to the list. Salmon bowls, the chopped green goddess salad, and avocado dessert were all the best of food trends 2022 when it came to TikTok. Now the worst, if you remember these, first off, butterboards. People loving the butterboards. Now, Todd, has you or your wife made a butterboard yet?
No, nor
Okay.
are we going to make a butterboard. That's not.
Oh
that's,
come on.
No, that's just a mess. All you're making is a mess.
Butter makes everything better,
Hot mess.
but
It does, but there's better ways to deliver it.
I know.
Anyway,
I
sorry,
know.
it makes me angry. Such
Yeah,
a
well,
waste of
people
good butter.
forget that we're literally less than a year out of pandemic and COVID is rising. So I think the worst thing to do to get people together is all just kind of share their butter.
Let's all
Seems-
double dip.
Yeah, it seems very germy. Healthy Coke was a trend that was gross and one of the worst. Grated egg avocado toast was ridiculous. But the number one worst food trend in 2022 goes to sleepy chicken. If you recall what that is, that's the NyQuil and chicken idea that doctors and experts say do not try. Not only does that sound disgusting, but it could kill you. So the sleepy chicken challenge is for those who are mentally challenged.
Great.
Speaking of TikTok and TikTok fails, there was a TikTok famous plastic surgeon. And I say was in past tense. She didn't pass away, but she did lose her medical license because she was too focused on being famous on TikTok than doing her actual job. Yeah, her name was Dr. Roxy on TikTok, and she used to post clips of dancing in scrubs and talking to viewers on live streams during operations.
What?
Yes. Now, this is not what you want your surgeon to do, is to be distracted in live streaming with operations, right? Now, she made her account private after the State Medical Board of Ohio suspended her license after several patients have complained of post-surgery injuries that left them unable to stand or even work, including one who had problems after breast augmentation and tummy tuck she had done by Dr. Roxy the day before her license was pulled. So the timing was really bad. Probably a good discount there.
Do you want your triple bypass with or without twerking?
Would you like it to be retweeted and shared?
Right.
What? This is the world that we live in.
Yep.
Yeah, we are 2 days away from Idiocracy, the movie, becoming a real.
You get the surgeon down there doing a real fine move, but then it has the air horn that goes off every time somebody
Yeah.
subscribes. Oh yeah, thank you, subscriber. Oh.
Yep. We're that close. We're close.
Exactly.
Oh, it's fine. Nope, Stitch's fine. I only went sideways a few inches.
There it is.
All this blood.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up with your beef tip after these words. Keeping the conversation moving on YouTube.com/beefvegan. It's the podcast broadcast. Clear.
That's
Like,
so.
just becomes a game to distract the surgeon for the audience at that point. Like the whole thing is the surgeon.
Hold that thought. I gotta
just
do
trying
a.
to focus so hard.
Yeah, I gotta do an
No.
endorsement. Hey, it's Beef Vegan on behalf of Desert Diamond Casinos, and it's time for your Desert Diamond Casino beef tip. Rico, what's your favorite game to play in a casino?
The slot machine.
The slot machines.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you one of my favorite beef tips when it comes to the slot machines. Actually, I'll give you two for the price of one.
Oh boy.
I know a grandmother who strikes it rich all the time when it comes to slot machines, and her secret is that she goes to the casino after large events when it's a very jam-packed the night before. That means a lot of people were pumping money into those machines and losing, and those machines are due to hit. In fact, statistically, they have to. Right, it's all part of the bylaws that are included when it comes to having slot machines at your casino. So she goes in after people pump up the money, make sure the jackpot's real big, and she usually walks away a massive winner. The other tip I'm going to give you is never go for the slot machines that are front and center. If they're very prominent, they're there for a reason. They know that they are the machines that are going to gobble up your money and your attention. You want to look for the machines that are kind of snuck away. Those are the machines that statistically are more likely going to be able to hit. So it's very important the way you search out your slot machine if you want to be a winner on the slots. And that's your Desert Diamond Casino beef tip. For more information on Desert Diamond Casinos, make sure you go to their website, ddcaz.com. That's ddcaz.com. Desert Diamond Casino, home of the winners.
Want the one guy to come up to you and be like, I went to the machine that didn't have the electronic panels,
That's
the
true.
old school one, and I lost everything.
Mm.
Like, well, that's your luck, bro.
I freestyled that.
That was good.
Yeah, the endorsement. You like it?
I was like, we rehearsed that. Like, say slot machine, Rico.
Right.
I was like,
It was like we rehearsed it, but the
I
first
know.
5 seconds you go,
Well, I was thinking of what I do. Like,
you had to remember his
blackjack.
line. It's tough. man.
Yeah. Unrehearsed lines. The improv casino gambling game we always play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So home of the wieners. Oh, there's the Powers. I sent you an invite there, Powers, if you want to jump on one last second. Oh, actually, real quick, Powers, this is for you. It's Mandy Rose.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
booty.
that's Mandy Rose.
It's so taut. I can bounce a dime off that.
Former WWE superstar Mandy Rose. I can't show you the leaked photos that got her fired, but just know that they are on Twitter and they are amazing.
That'll be
Mandy
the most
Rose.
forgetful 5 seconds of her life.
I know.
I can't wait.
Her butt, she did. There's one clip, and again, I can't show it, but because you could build a booty by getting muscle, and it's unfortunate, and it's an advantage that women have. Guys can't go to the gym and pump iron to get a bigger wiener, but
Try me, bro.
well, you've been going to the gym for a long time.
Dick lifts.
You
the
got
best.
dick lifts.
Uh
No wonder you got expelled from LA Fitness.
huh.
Shit's gonna happen. All right, so
Planet Fitness, like, come on in, bro.
well, anyways, but you can build up a booty through exercise, and she showed that her booty. She does this flexing in one of these clips that I can't show you because it's too hot for YouTube. That's just so impressive. You're like, oh my god, oh my god. All right. Earlier this morning, well, we did two things. We did the Superman clip. Did you hear the news about Superman?
Of course he did.
No,
course.
actually, I did.
Oh, this is big news coming straight from the head of DC and the former Man of Steel himself. And in case you missed it, Todd, it went a little something like this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Rico's really upset about this news this morning. Breaking news, and it's trending all over Twitter. It looks like the end of Superman as we know it, right? You're a big fan of Henry Cavill?
That's what's weird. I'm not a fan of the franchise as much as I am of Henry. I think he's a legit actor, a good guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
He got screwed over.
Well, yes and no. Now, as you may know, James Gunn has taken over the DCU, and it needed to be taken over. And I actually called it. It was a Beef Stradamus moment about a year ago when I was arguing with Herb. And I was like, what DC needs to do is hire James Gunn to be the president, much like Kevin Feige.
You called that?
Yes, I did.
Maybe you actually caused it somehow.
Hopefully, yeah. They watched it, and the president of DC was like, you know what? This beef vegan guy, he's on to something, man.
Yep.
So yes, so James Gunn is going to make it over and hopefully make it relevant. This whole Snyderverse has been hit or miss. Some people are really into it, but the majority of people, is safe to say, they're really not. But Henry Cavill was a great Superman. He had the look for sure. And there were rumblings that they were going to do a third Superman movie. In fact, he actually announced that he was coming back as Superman about 3 months ago.
Yeah, it wasn't a rumbling. It was a...
Yes, and that's what kind of is embarrassing. Now, they just recently had a meeting, and I don't know if this is a good look for Henry Cavill, but he did tweet out this statement that I want to read for you. Because, again, this might be a bad business move by him. Because he just, the way I look at this is that he literally leaves the offices and goes straight to Twitter. Right? That's not good. You shouldn't do that when you're trying to do business with a major studio. So this is what Henry tweeted out. I had just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. So he's pissed off. Right?
The studio told him to announce it says.
Yes. And yes, I understand that having the role of Superman is a massive payday, right? And it's an iconic role. So any actor would be lucky to be in that role. But they say the changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. And of course, it's a little tongue in cheek. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved in a new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but we must remember, and this is where it gets pretentious, Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he set for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all. Onwards and upwards.
Boo.
Do you like that statement or no?
No, I like it. It's sentimental. It's like the diehard fans are like, he stands for something we don't see too much these days.
I'm air jerking. There's a silver lining here. I did like Henry Cavill as Superman. I was excited to see it evolve, but what's happening is James Gunn is currently writing a script for a new Superman. They're going to focus on a younger Superman. And that's great news for people who aren't fans of Batfleck. So that means the end of Batfleck in the DC universe? Possibly so. Only time will tell.
Do you know what the only thing that would make me happy for recasting would be?
What?
Nicolas Cage.
Sadly,
he was supposed to play Superman back in the day, remember? So
I know.
Actually make that happen.
Only with CGI can that happen. All right, let's hit the reset. When we come back. What do we got going on? Is it our F My Life's or am I giving away tickets? Ooh, you're going to find out.
It's neither.
No, it is neither. You're absolutely right about that. But yeah, there's your Superman news.
I'm peeved.
And this is
that's interesting. That doesn't bother me. DC has always been the type of studio that doesn't bat an eye at rebooting things. They've been doing that for a while now. So
after an announcement, he gives up The Witcher allegedly, and then he just gets canned from this.
Yeah,
right. That's the one. Not having The Witcher there as well. Ouch,
cool.
dude.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They did screw it. It wasn't James Gunn that screwed him, but Warner Brothers Studio did screw him because they told him to announce that he was coming back as Superman, and he was featured in Black Adam as such. But at the same time, that's not good news for The Rock's Black Adam. There's not going to be high priority for that.
Blow the whole thing up. I think he needs to, frankly.
Yeah, exactly. Because they have to say, sorry, Rock, you're kind of out of your league in this one, your expertise. Yes, we understand that you look like a superhero, you got star power, but you don't know what the hell you're doing in this universe. We have to set the course right. And John Cena just beats you for the role. John Cena. It was going to be inevitable. Now, The Rock beat Cena at WrestleMania 2 years in a row, but Cena beat The Rock when it comes to the DC universe. Justice is served.
How Rock is pissed.
He is pissed, and he should be. But you know what? He has nobody to blame but The Rock.
What if he gets depressed and skinny?
Then he could get a different kind of role. He could expand as an actor.
He goes into crazy actor mode.
He'd have to get off the HGH. It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And he's on it. $100,000 a month for sure.
Not like Liver King.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh no.
The Rock does. The Rock is like to the Liver King is like hold my HGH because the Liver King's got nothing on the Rock's HGH level allegedly for sure.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So only time will tell if that will have like bad repercussions on your body, but we'll see. That's the way we're gonna end the show somehow. I don't know.
Don't do HGH.
Wrapping up the podcast broadcast. Don't forget it's on demand as always on youtube.com/beefvegan and on Spotify by searching Beef Vegan Presents. I'd like to thank Todd Marley for popping in on the podcast broadcast. Rico, as always. Tomorrow morning, Power's going to be in studio. We'll continue to give away tickets for Pop Evil and your Tucson Roadrunners, getting you ready for this holiday weekend before the week before Christmas. And we're going to be on the air all the way up until Christmas. So we have a lot of year in review stuff that we're going to do next week as well. So I hope you just keep it here on Rock 102.1 every single day because we aim to please. Robin Nash is up next. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
Do I aim to please?
Is that word salad?
At least entertain. I don't know, please, though. That's really something projecting on me.
I will literally jerk off every single listener if they just listen to the show.
That's a stream.